Sunday was senior day for the men's soccer team as 5 players competed in their final game at Rudd Field of the regular season. Those 5 senior players were honored in a pre-match ceremony before ELN kicked off against James Madison. It was a scoreless affair that lasted close to 3 hours as the Phoenix and the Dukes engaged in a defensive battle that produced plenty of opportunities for both teams, but couldn't produce a winner after 2 overtimes.
We wanted to win the game. You know, we had the chance to, if we won out, we'd have won the league. The destiny was in our hands, but that wasn't to be. And every game in the Colonial is a tough game. And you know, I look at it as a point gained, and that could be a very important point in the run into the end of the season.
The day was also an emotional one for the seniors who may have taken Rudd Field for the last time, something they say they hope is not true.
We've had such amazing support here over the past 4 years, and it's got progressively better and better each year that I have no doubt it's going to keep getting better for these guys moving forward. But it's a sad feeling, and all we can say is that we really hope it's not our last game.
Taking a look at the CAA men's standings, after the draw against JMU yesterday, ELN men's soccer currently sits at 3rd behind UNCW and Hofstra. The Phoenix have 2 games remaining this week against College of Charleston and Delaware. If the Phoenix win out and get some help, they can earn the #1 overall seed in the conference tournament, which would be held at Rudd Field 2 weeks from now. Be sure to follow ELN Sports on Twitter and Facebook to see how the conference tournament shapes up. The ELN football team returned to Rhodes Stadium this weekend after a rough outing against Stony Brook last week. The Phoenix hosted Richmond in its annual Live Pink game. The players wore special pink decals on their helmets, while coaches wore hats and other pink apparel to raise awareness for breast cancer. And of course, who can miss that big pink logo at midfield? Richmond got off to a hot start after a Jacoby Green 39-yard touchdown run sparked the Spiders' offense. Scary moment for the Phoenix when quarterback Mike Quinn went down with an apparent elbow injury. He would not return, which meant redshirt sophomore John Lockerty would take over for the rest of the game. The highlight of the day for the Phoenix became right before the halftime when ELN punter David Petroni ran the ball on a fake punt attempt, making him ELN's rush leader at the half. But after a long and slow game, the Spiders would prove too much for ELN with a final score of 30-10, ELN's 7th loss of the season. ELN will be on the road the next 2 weeks at Towson and William & Mary. In continuation of ELN's inaugural season in the CAA, ELN's basketball began their campaign last Friday night. Both the men's and women's teams took part in Late Night with the Phoenix, where students and faculties and members of the community got a chance to look at this year's teams. The women were the first to take the stage after the opening dance. The ladies played a 10-minute scrimmage. Fans got the chance to see freshmen, transfers, and players who were injured most of last year take the court. Head women's basketball coach Charlotte Smith said the atmosphere Friday night was amazing and is vital to a successful season.
It was a great night tonight. It was really fun, so hopefully everybody will go out and spread the word that, hey, there's some great players out there that need support.
The team will begin its season on November 2nd against Catawba in an exhibition game at 6 o'clock in Alumni Gym. About 2 weeks later, the women's team will host its first regular season game of the year versus Division II Anderson at 5 o'clock. ELN's first home CAA game will be versus Delaware on January 4th. Shortly afterwards, the men's team took the court, led by senior Ryan Winters and his slick dance moves. Head coach Matt Matheny tried to match that, but didn't receive the same reaction. Matheny later addressed the fans, stating that they need to pack Alumni Gym each and every game. That's it for sports, Gary and Jasmine. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook for all other updates throughout the week. Back to you guys.